This is Stacia, and we're going to play a training game on chess.com. I've been having a rough time lately, so let's try our best. I may not comment as much as normal, but maybe that's a good thing. Okay, so we have someone lower rated. Not that that means too much. Okay, we've got an Italian game. I'm going to grab that pawn. That's a free pawn as far as I'm concerned. So rook e1, d5 is pretty much the move here, I would say. But then it could get interesting. Don't know too much theory in these lines yet. I didn't start playing e4, e5 until maybe a year and a half ago or so. Bishop e3 seems not as testing. I feel bishop b5 is a little bit more testing, which would pin the knight, which is guarding that. And of course, there's pressure down the e-file. But in this position, I am curious if we can go bishop c5. So let's calculate it. Bishop c5 attacks f2. They could play d4. I would probably take that. And then if they had f3 there, we might be in trouble. But they do not have f3. They do not have knight e5. Yeah, I feel like this is good for us, right? Like, what will they do here? d4 takes, and then what? Knight c3 maybe? Okay, on knight c3 and a castle. Could also take the knight. I feel like bishop c5 is playable. I'm going to play it. It's the move that we want to play. Yeah, and like in those lines, I'm threatening d3 as well, like hitting that. And I don't know, I feel like maybe this is the way to go. Okay, they're letting us have f2. Do we take with a knight or a bishop? Which one would be better? Yeah, actually, this is maybe not so clear. When I move this knight, they've got double pressure here, so moving the knight seems natural to me. But we could also check. Let's just say here, I take the bishop, they take the knight. Actually, in that position, I get to play. No, I don't. This pawn's still in the way. I was going to say queen takes queen would be good. No, the pawn's still there. Knight takes the queen, kind of gains tempo, and it also threatens discoveries, which usually is a win if you can get that. It's usually winning. So once we take, where's that queen going? Let's just say the queen goes here, for example. It's hard not to play check. Take the rook. I like knight takes a lot. Seems quite good to me. I guess there's also a check though, but okay, let's just say takes and knight takes. we win a free queen, right? Like, this can't be, oh, maybe it is okay. They play check? Wow. Maybe they do play check there. It's not so simple. So takes and takes. If I take their queen, they play knight takes knight check. King d7. They take our queen too. I don't have to go into that though. Like take, and I could simply take the knight there, but they would play check. Then we have this move. Guarding everything, still threatening discoveries. We could go here. They abandoned the game. Okay, so it turns out I can see the engine now. It turns out knight takes f2 is winning, but I was still working it out. I want to turn this off and go to analysis, and let's analyze it moving the pieces, right? Like, I think this is something good to do, like, because that's what I'm doing in my mind when I calculate, right? Like, I'm moving the pieces. I'm saying if this, and yeah, and I thought, so we want to look at this in the analysis, like if takes. I thought, we're on the queen. So one thing they could do is move the queen. It's just, this is the first thing we looked at, right? But in this position, we can at least play that at the very least. And if they go here or something, I would probably just take that rook. This is what I was thinking. Yeah, definitely do that. And if they don't take back, I will win another pawn. Either that pawn or that pawn. But this is reasonable. I would probably take it though. Right? Because then take. I might even just take like this now. Take. Are we literally down a piece? I think we're down a piece there. How did that happen? We take a rook. They take a pawn. We take a pawn. They take a knight. And then they win the knight at the end. Well, we're up a rook, so we're up the exchange, right? And some pawns too. That's what's really going on. Sorry. Kind of forgot we won a rook. Okay. So yeah, I felt this was right. And then, but queen e2 doesn't have to be played. They have this interesting move, I thought. I mean, why not try this? Like, I feel like I could still screw this up. I could still screw this up because if we take the queen... Oh my gosh, I forgot that's check. It's check. They don't have time for this move. Wow. I did not deserve to win this game, I don't think. I feel like I'm just off right now. Okay. Let's see what the engine says. I mean, we already know it likes it. Knight takes f2. It does give queen e2, which I would expect. The other move was this one, but like we discovered, I can just take the queen with check. So that's not going to work. They don't have time to play check themselves and win the queen, right? It's check, king f1. Okay. Yeah, I would probably just take that knight. Absolutely. They can take with check, but we even have this move. So that's it. Black wins. So let's go back and, yeah, after knight takes f2, queen e2. I just thought knight d3 was best. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's good. So check there. And I thought let's take the rook. We're just going for material now. Take. We can castle here. Interesting. I said take. That's also winning. Yes, it's winning. Okay, that was winning too. Okay, so I did calculate correctly. That makes me feel good for the tournament this weekend. So one last thing though, let's check the opening book because I wasn't exactly familiar with this and I feel like it was early in the opening. I should be somewhat familiar. Yeah, it says here bishop c5 is, well actually d3 is the normal move, knight g5. Wow, d3 is the main move. I did not know that actually. Since when is d3 the main move? Wow. I guess it has been for a while when I think about it, but I'm more scared of knight g5 and d4. d3 I'm a little scared of too, but this is a more closed position. We're just going to play chess for a while. But after castles, of course, I'm going to take that. And as you can see, black scores well because we're winning a pawn and playing d5. Two things we want to do. Yeah, and then I thought bishop e5 is like mandatory here. Let's see what the engine says about that move. Yep, pretty much. I guess black's still better here, which is a little surprising. But we're up a pawn. And here we can play bishop c5, which I would be nervous about. Because after d3, sometimes it's good to put your knight on c5. But now that I think about it, the bishop's usually on b3 when I do that. So I guess we can do this. And if they go d3. Oh, I forgot about f2. Yes, they can't do this. They have to go d4, blocking the bishop. Yeah, and then I usually take. I've seen this line. I usually take. And we're 2 pawns up, and white just doesn't have enough compensation. Like, not even close. I'm not sure they have enough compensation for 1 pawn, let alone 2. I'm going to castle next. So I'm not exactly scared here. It actually says they should take, mess up our pawns, but 2 pawns is 2 pawns. They can attack the knight. Okay, fine. Wow, f5 is good. I would castle. I see that's also good, but f5 we can play. I mean, f5, you got to be at least weary about, like, the knight just jumping in the position. Queen h5 check. I guess we have g6. Yeah, I guess so. If they take there, we probably attack that knight. They're still attacked. Okay. Pretty interesting. But let's go back to the opening book. So after rook e1, d5 here. Okay, we're out of book. Yeah, bishop e3 is just a mistake, I think. Like, no master has played it except for one, and they lost that game. So we're not going to put too much into that. This is how that game went. Usually it'll show me the game. Wow, look what black did this game. Sacrifice to put it's a decoy to put the king in line with the bishop, because if they do not take that queen, or if they take with the rook rather, we have a smothered checkmate. So they have to do that. That's kind of cool. And then they did this anyway because it's a double check. And then they gave up. Yeah, they gave up because it seems at least somewhat reasonable. What's going on here? Oh, it's mate in 2. Knight 4 to g3 check. Oh, wow. That is pretty. I did not see this. They're saying check takes checkmate. That's a very pretty game black played there. I actually want to save that one, I think. That is quite nice. I want to save it. Okay. So anyway, that game was pretty easy. So it's funny. I've had so many tough games, and then we get an easy one like that. So anyway, I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.